Hello students, this is the third video of class 8 lesson 2 in the arms of grace written by Linda Kudelko Foley. In this video we are going to solve out some of the writing and the grammar portion of this lesson. So now let's start. Imagine you are Jonathan. Several years later, you write a diary entry detailing your experiences and fears on the night of the earthquake. नाइट ऑफ द अर्थक्वेक का आपको जो अनुभूति हुआ था काफ़ी दिनों के बाद आपको डायरी एंट्री करनी है. नाउ डियर डायरी, today I am feeling a strange chill in my body because the early morning of January 17, 1994 has flashed in my mind. I, along with my elder brother Dustin, were sleeping in our room. At the end of the house were sleeping my parents. Suddenly, I felt a shock in my bed. It was as if somebody was tossing it. The earth had started jolting furiously. I looked at Dustin. He was shivering with fear. Just then, for once more, I felt the trembling of the earth. The glass of the house was shattering down. A big bookcase fell at the middle of the room. Between this scene, I could hear the sigh and shouts of my parents. I got very frightened and closed my eyes. Then a big case full of books fell on my bed. Suddenly, I saw an old woman with wrinkles on her face. She was pretty, smelling like my mother. I stretched my hands towards her. She calmly put me in a small headboard where I kept my toys. I don't know who she was, but whoever was she was my life savior. Now let's move to the question number B of the writing section. Write a short paragraph describing an interesting incident that occurred in your life. Describe an imaginary incident when you missed the school bus. On the day of an examination, you had to reach school on time. How did you eventually manage to reach the school? Let's see. Everybody must have witnessed some of the incident in their life which leaves the impression on their heart for forever. So was with me. It was raining hard. I had to reach the school by 9 o'clock. I had missed the bus and it was already 8:30 a.m. I could had bunked the class, but the problem was that our class teacher had conducted monthly tests and appearing for the exam was must. The sky had gone darker. Downpour had become heavy. There, there was no trace of the people on the road except me. I had worn a raincoat but could feel the coolness outside. Suddenly, I saw a tempo running furiously on the road. Before giving the signal to stop with a high screech, it rolled on the road and collided with the divider. I ran towards the tempo, crying for help. The driver was unconscious and the blood was oozing out from his mouth. I dialed on the emergency number SOS number. Within minutes, the ambulance arrived there, reached there. I took the driver to the hospital and got him admitted there. Just by the side of the hospital was my school building. I ran towards the class. It was 8:55 by then. So, these were some of the questions from the writing section in this lesson. Now let's move to the grammar section. Fill in the blanks with an appropriate preposition. Sunny hung the picture on the wall. The room was cleaned by Ratan. The dog ran away from the canal. The birds laid the egg in the nest. Read your notes well by the exam. I like to have pickles at lunch. In the second number, fill in the blanks with appropriate determiners. Choose from the words given below. I have already done it for you. We have many boys in the class. Only some teachers had gone to leave. A lot of people die of diseases every year. We have a few salt in the jar. A large number of students turned up for the prayer meeting. Very few girls take up mountaineering. All of us went on for picnic. Both the students have passed in French. He liked neither of the certs. You must either take French or Hindi. Last but not the least, fun with the vocabulary. There means in that place. There means belonging to someone. So I have already written eligible. Eligible means suitable. Illegible means impossible to read. Quite. 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 Quite means fairly somewhat. Quit. Quite. Quite means silent. Principal, Principal, which means head of an institution. Principle, a general truth. Sorry, principle means a general truth, and principle means, let me clarify. Principal means head of an institution. Principal means head of the institution. A principle means a general truth. Loss means misplaced, and loose means not tight. So students, this was all for today. In the next video, we are going to read the next lesson of your book, and the name of the chapter is A Dark Silent House. A very beautiful story. Till then, it's time to say you bye. Keep learning, stay safe, stay blessed.